Simone Biles shocked the world at last year's Tokyo Olympics after pulling out, citing mental health concerns. The superstar gymnast, Team USA's most decorated ever, withdrew from the all-around competition after worries about how much strain she was under, which we can only imagine was pretty intense, and she has since spoken out about last year's struggles. Today, we are discussing Biles and her mental health struggles, as well as what she learned from Tokyo. So what exactly happened last year? If you're a fan of the Olympics, as many people are, you'll remember Biles' shock announcement last summer. The then 24-year-old withdrew from competition due to a mental health issue, and her team was right behind her. USA Gymnastics released a statement at the time, which read, "We wholeheartedly support Simone's decision and applaud her bravery in prioritizing her well-being. Her courage shows, yet again, and she's a role model for so many." And this is in stark contrast to previous years, where athletes would have been expected to put the well-being of the team before anything else, even to the detriment of their own health. Biles' decision and subsequent backing from her team, as well as fans, shows how much we've come as a society when addressing mental health. So good job all around, team. Of course, Biles had qualified for all of the event finals she entered, and was expected to take home at least 3 golds, which makes her decision to pull out even more remarkable, given what was at stake. At the time, she hadn't lost an all-around competition in 8 years, which is quite an incredible statistic. However, she had succumbed to the strain of being the USA's biggest star at the games, by some distance, and before the team final, she reported that she was shaking and couldn't nap, eventually deciding to pull out. What did you make of Biles withdrawing at the time? And what has she said since then? Stay tuned to find out. Well, given the fact she has now had time to reflect on the period, Biles, who still bagged 2 medals at the games, has revealed how she is still absorbing the lesson she learned last summer. The superstar athlete was commended for putting her own mental health first, and rightly so, and fans rallied around the gymnast at the time. And since then, she has revealed how she hopes to be able to do the same for others in the future, which is fantastic. Speaking recently, the Ohio native said, "I learned how courageous and how strong I was," before telling fans that she was okay to not be okay, and that it only requires a little strength to acknowledge that fact. She spoke of how she felt she had to take a step back to protect her mental and physical well-being, and that's exactly what she did. She has our full support, of course. She went on to say how it is important to listen to yourself, and in the end, she knew it was the right decision. Of course, Biles seems to have been around forever, but at the time, she was only 24, so the maturity she showed was remarkable for someone so young, really. She did acknowledge how it was a difficult decision, which left her feeling sad as she had trained for years for that moment, but she revealed that her inner strength won the day, and she ultimately listened to her body and mind, which should be applauded. Next up, Biles has revealed what it means to her after winning the first world championship title. As one might imagine, the first victory is always the sweetest, and that maiden title back in 2013 holds a special place in Simone's heart. It doesn't really bear thinking about what would have happened if Simone hadn't bagged her first title back then, as plenty of top-class talent just don't have what it takes mentally to get it to the top, but Biles did, and for that, she's grateful. Of course, the world knows all about Simone Biles these days, and she is rightly regarded as an icon, but back in 2013, she was a rookie trying to find her way in a demanding sport, and find her way she did. The maiden victory at the World Championships opened the door for the most successful gymnastics career of all time, propelling her to legend status within the game. And the American recently spoke about that first win, telling fans, "In that moment, the full force of what I had done finally hit me. I competed at Worlds, and I won. I really just did that. Bravo, Simone." She continued to say, "As cheerful voices and bursts of laughter from my Worlds party floated in through the window, mixing with the rhythm of Burn, I collapsed onto my bedroom floor and started bawling. I was just so proud of myself." And somewhere in there, I also had this thought, I'm getting a belly ring. I mean, priorities, right? Brilliant. News of her very own reality series now. Stay tuned to hear this. Given the fact that she's one of the most recognizable, as well as marketable, athletes on the face of the earth, why shouldn't she cash in on her fame? And earlier this month, the starlet, who is still incredibly only 25 years old, revealed that she is getting her very own reality show called Daring Simone Biles, which will be coming through on Snapchat. What happened to the days of just drawing stupid facial hair on pictures of your friends on Snapchat? The show will consist of 10 episodes episodes and is set to drop in autumn of this year and will be based around the gymnast trying out a whole host of new things, such as DJing and other worldly endeavors. The aim of the show is to prove she is as fearless off the mat as she is on, apparently, which is pretty daring. Oh, now we get it. But this won't be the first time she's appeared on screen after last year's Facebook docuseries, Simone vs. Herself, which detailed the star's preparations for the Tokyo Games. And the docuseries came in addition to the 2018 biopic, The Simone Biles Story, Courage to Soar, which she also had a hand in producing, proving she really can do anything she sets her mind to. Add this to her appearance on Blackish back in April, we think a career in Hollywood could possibly be on the horizon for Biles. Do you guys think she has what it takes? Wedding bells are in the air next. Don't go anywhere. Our favorite gymnast is soon to be taken off the market for good. Engaged to be married to Houston Texans safety Jonathan Owens, the pair are set to tie the knot next year. Speaking recently in an interview, Biles revealed how, right now, wedding plans are going pretty good, which is great to hear after her mental health concerns of last summer. She went on to say, "I feel like I've only become stressed out within the last week, trying to choose a venue and stuff like that, because there are so many great places to get married, and I feel like that's a really big decision." Biles and Owens have been dating since August 2020. She has also revealed that she has already chosen the dress she'll be wearing for the big day, which she says was good, as it takes a while to get into production and stuff like that. It was announced back in February that the pair were engaged after Biles posted pictures on Instagram which confirmed the news. Sporting a black mini dress and a big diamond ring, Biles captioned the photos with "the easiest yes," before adding, "I can't wait to spend forever and ever with you. You're everything I dreamed of and more. Let's get married, fiance." She added an emoji of a ring and has spoken of the fact that she had absolutely no idea of what was coming. Cute. Who's your favorite celebrity couple? And finally, a trip with the girls. Simone recently joined pals on a girls' trip to Cancun, wowing in some pretty great bikini shots, as well as some pretty cool floral evening wear. Taking time away from the fiancé, Simone flaunted her toned abs and clearly seemed to be in a completely different headspace to where she would have been last summer, as she was seen with huge smiles in all of her pictures, which was lovely to see. Biles hasn't been seen on the mat since last summer, but that didn't seem to have any effect on her whatsoever, as she seemed completely at ease with her friends. Her black bikini post was captioned with "just another bikini pic popping in your feed," which we were all grateful for, and there was another of her in a pool with transparent sides, which she captioned "work hard, travel harder," which is a mantra we can certainly get down with. We're so glad she seems to be back on track, and hopefully she'll still be around for the 2024 Olympics, only if she's feeling well enough to do so, of course. What is your favorite Biles moment from her career? As always, thanks for joining us, and remember to stop by next time for some more fun reveals. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys. Subscribe.